Welcome to Hell, the podcast for sinners, where you send us your tales of iniquity and we offer our infernal judgment.
I'm a bit tipsy.
Oh, really?
It's just literally kicked in.
God, just then and there. I feel a bit...
Which one do you want to use to listen to this?
Oh my God, is that my watch?
What was that?
It's my watch talking to us. Shut up.
I was like, why are the government...
Do you know, it once did that when I was on TV. I was once on TV being interviewed by a thing and... by Laura Whitmore, and who is lovely, but they were all, it was very like, don't have your phone in your pocket, make sure everything's on silent, make sure blah 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 blah, and I was like, yeah, cool. And then in the middle of talking, the fucking Siri on my wrist just suddenly went, sorry, I didn't quite catch that, what was that?
Good Siri impression.
Welcome to Hell, the podcast for sinners, where you send us your tales of iniquity and we offer our infernal judgment.
So you died, get over it. We have. You think you're honestly the first one to be invited back to a Romanian count's castle and realise it's not just a hickey he's giving you?
Cut the garlic out of your diet, steer clear of that aging UVA, and advance through the fiery gates for a good old-fashioned gossip with me, Daniel Fox, comedian, Academy Award winner for Best Eye Roll, and Hell's resident receptionist.
And me, Dane Buckley, comedian, glitter in vaguely humanoid form, and lapsed angel.
Hello, darling.
Darling!
How are you?
Tiddly-winked.
Little bit tiddly-winked.
Little bit tiddly-winked.
We've had a cocktail. Listen, peek behind the linen curtain. There she is. She's doing a peeking motion. Oh,
The
and
name I used to...
peeking motion. That would be a really good one.
That would, wouldn't it?
Great, like drag queen.
Great drag name.
We've recorded an episode. Yes. Now we're recording another episode.
With a life-changing cocktail.
With a very gorgeous cocktail made by Dane.
me.
And I'm about to bring us crashing back down to earth with my own cocktail, which I'm calling the Devil's Cupa Joe. Dane, have a sip.
Which means it's another coffee-based...
It's a coffee-based conundrum.
I'll have a sip. And for Jodie, the fan out there who highlighted the lip smacking I make when I have your cocktails, this is for you, Jodie. I can already tell you this is going to be disgusting.
Don't sip yet. Give it a little swirl. It is much better when the ice has had a little time to melt now. I'm actually quite proud of this one. Go on.
You say that every time and it tastes like evilness.
Have a go.
Well, you've thwarted me there. It's delicious.
Isn't it delicious?
Bastard.
Do you want to... Okay, go on. Tell me what's in it.
Coffee.
Yes.
Ice.
Yes.
Do not dare tell me. Because she's lurking at the back of my palate and I need to know.
The little faces you're giving
Is that
me.
Tia Maria?
No.
Okay.
Basic bitch palate. Oh, the things you're doing with your mouth now. I'm seeing into the eyes of your lovers. It's like vibrating his jaw.
I hate to say what you say every single time, but there is a Christmas spice in this.
There's some cinnamon in there. Just a touch.
Also known as a Christmas spice.
No, I'm agreeing with you. There's a bit of Christmas spice in there.
Vodka? What's a vodka?
Yes. Vodka.
Cinnamon.
Coffee.
Ice.
Cold brew.
Don't you dare tell me the next name. There's one more thing.
There are two vital things in there that you're missing. I would say the strongest premier flavours.
I don't know.
My goodness. Ready?
Yeah.
Maple.
Oh, I absolutely do not get any
Are you
of that.
not?
No.
There is a boatload of maple syrup and the coffee is maple infused.
Go on.
And then
I know
a
you
small
will.
amount of white chocolate liqueur,
Oh, hello. Even
which is
though
the
you're
creaminess.
You've got a lot of opinions about the white chocolate.
Yeah, I don't like it, but in coffee.
Dane, can you move your mic closer, please?
Yanis has just told off Dane for sitting too far away from the mic.
Some of us just like to chill. Some of us just lads that...
But normally you appreciate it when people sort of
yourself-
guide you on your oral technique.
You're quite right.
Just not Yanis.
Just, I thought that. I was going to say it. I don't want to ruin his self-esteem. Let him dream.
Listen, a point for me on creating a gorgeous cocktail. Thank you, everybody.
I don't know if I said gorgeous, but just not rancid.
Devil's Cup of Joe.
Devil's Cup of Joe.
This is what she drinks in the morning.
Do you know what, honey? I'm going to give it to you. She's quite good.
Thank you for that.
I like the little dog hair on there as well. That's a lovely
Yeah,
touch.
that's Paddy.
That's, oh,
Paddy's been he had a taste of it before you.
I love him.
That's the final special ingredient. Paddy.
Makes it better.
Yeah.
He's very handsome.
Right, Dane, tell me what you've been up to. Go on. Go on,
Hey.
girl.
Go on, girl. I'll tell you what, Daniel. I managed to secure myself actual tickets for the goddess that is Stevie Nicks.
Okay, we're going to talk about that.
Come on, gold dust woman.
And who are you going with?
A good friend, Shimmy Chips. I forgot to invite you.
Yeah, there we go. Dane just sent me this lovely little bubbly voice note being like, oh my God, managed to get tickets for Stevie Nicks. Really fun, really fun. Just did a story about it. Dan, your other best friend, Robin, she's just let me know that she's going to see Stevie Nicks. I was like, oh, everyone's going to see Stevie Nicks. Everyone's seeing Stevie Nicks today. And I obviously famously am not interested in female icon divas. So, you know,
witchy poo energy.
With witchy poo energy who wear black and capes. Like, why would I be at all interested in
so
going
sorry.
to see? So anyway, listener, thank you for joining us for the last episode of Welcome to Hell.
If Shimmy dies tragically,
And she will.
oh, then you will be on my side.
When Shimmy dies, tragically.
I don't know why. I just didn't think. I don't know why.
I think it's...
It's because it's in the summer, and I just assumed you hibernate then.
Yeah, well, I will be in a dark cave, but I could have pulled out
Enough
my
about
parasol.
my sex life.
Enough about my arsehole. I could have brought my parasol out.
I think it's more. What are your other traditional longer term best friend? Why didn't they invite you? That's the bigger question.
Oh, well, that's exciting. I'm thrilled for you going to that.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
I obviously wouldn't have been able to come anyway because I'm having a coffee with Kate Bush.
Don't you dare
At
even
her
make a joke about
house.
that.
She invited me. She said, "Do you want to bring anyone?" I said, "No."
Sorry, let me see. Let me hear your Kate Bush again.
Do you want to bring anyone? That's her voice. It's an in joke between me and Kate. It's the
before you
voice
and
that we do
Kate.
to each other.
Where does she live again?
Where does Kate live? England.
Bexley Heath. I think
Bexley
you're
Heath
fine.
is where she lives.
Number 12. No.
Well, that's nice. Well, that's fun for you. Anything else you've been up to?
Yes,
Have a little read of what you wrote down there. Like a sozzled aunt.
I am. Well, I have been, and you've been in this predicament too. Predicament or blessing of when you get given back your drafts, your scripts,
Oh, you're right.
editor's
Dana's
notes.
working on a little sitcom pilot. Glamour.
coffin
The
dodges.
Glamour- It's called Coffin Dodgers.
I used to run a day centre for, I hate to
my
talk about it,
God.
but for 200.
Hey, listener, did you know
Irish
that Dane
pensioners.
used to run a day centre for 40,000 Irish pensioners?
It's true. And we had great crack. Hot puddings, bingo, bus trips, day trips, you name it.
Little knock of the microphone with your
Well, that's
hand there.
tradition. That's the Celtic thing you do. You have to.
Oh, okay.
The knocking off the sound, we call it. Yeah.
Only people that are seeing Stevie Nicks would know about that.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're writing a little sitcom pilot for that?
Yes, so you know what it's like though. You get these edits back, and they're like, "Why don't you try doing it like this? Oh, why don't you try stabbing me in my left eye?"
Yeah. Why don't you try sawing off my arms and legs and covering me in bees? Because
Yeah.
that's the pain that you've just given me by
Yeah.
dissing that one joke that I made there.
I think this character could go out and meet a young man. Could she? Could she? I don't think she could. She's 89, and I think she's got her own little journey she's going to go on, actually. But it does help kind of challenge and put things into the narrative and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's always the thing. Like, sorry, I'm not just doing some texting. Well, I'm just checking.
guess.
Just checking the time is what I'm doing. The initial reaction, as a
Yeah.
sort of perfectionist and as a bit of a whatever, is to immediately go,
Yeah.
how dare they? And like,
Get out my kitchen.
get the hell out of my kitchen. I'm cooking. And then you leave it a day and you go,
Yeah.
yeah, they were right.
Yeah. How dare you make a quite valid,
How
reasonable point?
dare you make a... And then after a while, you go back to them and you go, I've had an amazing idea.
Yeah.
And you repeat back
It's
to them
like what
listen
you
to.
said, but instead of the semicolon, I'm going to go with just colon. How about that? What about you, Daniela?
Well, thank you
Foxtrot?
for that. I've had a haircut. Thanks for talking about it. No, I was just checking the time because we're 9 minutes into this episode and you've not even mentioned.
I didn't. I thought I was seeing double because of the cocktail
Right.
and because of your chins.
Right. Yes. Yeah.
What I will say though, what I will gift you is, initially, you looked absolutely preposterous. Is that how we say that word?
Yeah.
When you had the headphones on,
Okay.
you looked like a gazelle that was just into R&B.
gazelle?
Is that an animal?
Gazelle.
A gazelle that was into R&B.
Gazelle. Lovely name for a child.
But now they're suiting you.
Thank you.
Is it because you've had some of the layers of the hair taken off?
It's because I've had my face done. I've had my face pulled back.
I thought you were looking a little bit more glowing, more
Thank you.
radiant.
Because I'm turning 30.
Are we saying that aloud?
Yeah.
Okay.
By the time this episode has gone out,
Go on, girl.
I've turned 30. Listener, hi, I'm 30. I'm 30. I'm 30.
Tell me what it's like.
Well, of course you remember the 30s. The 1930s. I feel so...
I like that you did a little follow-up there. We got what you meant.
Well, I just thought... I feel so fine about it. Do you know, when I was in my mid-20s, I used to think, oh no,
Yeah.
30.
Yeah.
My whole thing is my youth. And now I'm like, my whole thing is not my youth. My whole thing is being 90 years
My
old.
whole thing is my whole.
I feel so fine about it. Especially because...
we're being good now.
We're being good now. No, that's fine. I would say in my late 20s is when I really like came into my own of feeling... I felt so much more confident.
Do you mean where you are currently?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Like, I feel so much more... The last few years, I felt so much more confident.
Yeah.
I felt so much more kind of free and fun and just giving much less of a crap. When I was early 20s, so anxious about things.
Yeah, but that's the territory of it, isn't it? Like, wouldn't the world be a bad place if we had our looks from our early 20s with the confidence of our 30s? Then
Monsters.
we'd be absolute monsters. That's why the gods do it this way.
Yeah. But I also think, you know, the modern wonders of skincare.
Yeah.
You can be beautiful well into your 90s now.
Thank you.
Look at you.
Thank you.
No one would ever know.
No one would ever know.
And like, so if, like, I have no fear about growing older because serums, skincare, filler.
And also, like, you and I speak a lot about...
Ooh.
Oh, gosh. Sorry, let me do it, Dan Fox. Oh, just whacking your mic there. Let's just highlight something you did wrong. How does that feel, Dan?
Wow. She gets a bit violent when she's had the Guinness, doesn't she?
She held on to that. We talk a lot about what... Yes, I hit my mic there. You saw that. We talk a lot about what young Dane or young Dan would think if they saw us now. And I think it would be like... But I think, I mean, how impressed they'd be like, Daniel gets to tour the country. She is someone that can just post about skin products and spices and do a podcast with a beautiful, beautiful, talented mixed race comedian.
As our producer and also Dane. And also, I think young Dane would look at you now and go, gosh, we're still wearing that fleece. So, you know, it's a wonderful...
I'm naked right now. How dare you?
Dane is fully naked for anyone just listening on the audio. So, yeah, I'm turning, by this point, I have turned 30, and I feel good about it. And do you know what? I'm really looking I'm already looking forward to next year's birthday when I turn 30.
Yeah. Also, how awkward if on the day you just poof and disappear. Like,
Oh, it could happen.
it could happen.
What is the name for post-twink?
Post-twink.
After a twink.
So far, after a twink.
Because-
Retired twink?
Yeah, I mean, I want a category because there's
What's a senior twink called?
there isn't one because there's
Twunk?
no twunk is a beefy twink, like a hunky twink.
Yeah.
This is the gay man kind of thing. You've got twink, young looking gay man,
Yeah.
slender. sort of
Twilight should come
fresh-
into there some right Twilight years or something. Or
Yeah,
although I was thinking, you know that old
Twas.
fashioned Twas. There we go. I was thinking, you know that old fashioned phrase salad days, meaning your early period of life. Does that mean your senior years are like your pudding days? Because that I could
I
get
love
behind.
that.
Yeah,
Pudding days.
When we one day do a sitcom about two elderly women,
pudding days.
let's call it pudding days.
We're in our pudding days.
Pudding days.
Right now, we're in the fish course.
Oh, God. Daniel, do not promote heterosexuality on this podcast.
Okay, great.
So that's where we're at. KissOh, KissOh, KissOh.
I need to talk to you about something.
What?
KissOh, KissOh, KissOh. You've said it in a previous episode as well. You've said it to me in life.
Yeah.
Is it kiss, hug, or is it XOXO? KissOh, KissOh is the funniest thing I've ever heard.
Have I been saying it wrong all this time?
KissOh, KissOh. KissOh, KissOh, Gossip Girl.
I saw it
Because the X is a kiss,
Yeah.
but the O is hug.
I did not know that.
Did you think it was O? Just KissOh, KissOh.
Yes. Like in an Irish name.
KissOh.
O'Connor.
Kiss.
When did O...
Marsha O'Kiss.
How does O mean hug? Is that the arms?
I don't know. Why would a kiss mean...
Why has no one told me?
Well, I'm telling you now.
Well,
But I love it. Don't stop it. But KissOh, KissOh.
KissOh, KissOh.
KissOh, KissOh.
Because also it sounds like, what did you put in this sauce? It's lovely. KissOh, KissOh. You know?
It sounds like a sort of like very, very camp Eastern European hairdresser.
Who did your hair? KissOh, KissOh.
Or just like I've done your hair today. KissOhKissOh.
But what are the children calling that? Kiss, hug, kiss, hug.
No, I think they say XOXO. I don't think they're saying it at all, by the way. I think they're just doing an emoji of a skull. But I think XOXO Gossip Girl is the classic. Or
I've never watched
Kiss
that.
Me neither, but
Okay.
that's what the thing. I like KissOhKissOh.
KissOhKissOh. Let's
bring it in.
Be our thing now.
Deviled eggs. This is what we're doing now. We're doing KissOhKissOh. Our little beautiful deviled eggs listening in. If you missed the last episode, we held a poll, we held a vote. Thousands of you voted, and deviled eggs won as the collective noun for a group of Welcome to Hell listeners.
On your story of that little, did you make that little egg with the devil's face?
No, it was just there.
So cute.
If you search deviled egg into the Shogram
So
emojis,
cute.
there's a gorgeous little fried egg with horns and a little tail, and it's cute.
A name.
Should we read some reviews?
Yeah.
Let's pick our favourite. So we've been encouraging.
No, she's doing the hand to be like, why would we read a review? But you got that
Oh,
first.
right. Well,
Hit this
oh my
mic
God,
one
you're
more
just
time.
battering that microphone. So we have been really enjoying all the lovely reviews people have been
Yeah,
leaving us,
yeah.
and we thought a nice thing to do would be to pick our favourite one or two and give you a little award for our favourite each week. So we are giving people a cameo video from Dane and I of whatever you like. It could be a happy birthday for someone you love, or indeed yourself. It could be just a little words of
Dance
encouragement.
number.
It could be a dance number from Dane while I sit in an upright wooden chair and watch him sternly
Just grade me.
grade you. It could be handing in your resignation to your job. It could be whatever you
Oh
like.
my God, that'd be.
Wouldn't that
How
be
did he
funny?
leave the job? Dane and Daniel did on his behalf.
Just forward the email. So we have selected a few that we enjoyed,
Yes.
and then from these we're going to narrow it down to
Yes.
our favourite one.
I'm going to look poignantly now while I just pick out a little bit of the cinnamon from my teeth that I've got caught. So let me just.
Okay.
Was there cinnamon lumps in this? Was there cinnamon lumps in this?
No, it's probably a coffee ground.
Oh, that'll perk up the energy.
Okay, I'm going to read a favourite one. This is from Beck I Expect. Sometimes straight perimenopausal women can't access their tribe because they're catering to infants/straight men. These queens will see you through. Take courage.
Oh, I love that.
I love that.
I can see that on a billboard.
Okay, I'm going to read another. This one is from Father Ted's wife. Another perimenopausal thumbs up. What charming, lovely boys.
Oh, she called us boys.
What a flatterer.
Oh, I wonder if she's Irish, Father Ted's wife. Oh, I love that we're breaking into the perimenopausal market.
All of my favourite people are in that bracket.
I think would be the official face of HRT.
Of perimenopause. Another brilliant name. Perimenopause.
Oh my God, that's delicious.
Isn't that good?
But I really do love
That would
that.
be great. That's my new drag name.
your new drag name?
Perimenopause.
But I love that these are some of our listeners. Like, that's gorgeous.
And all of our best friends in real life.
Yeah, and like half the things that we say we can't wait to do, it's always like when we're this age.
Yeah, absolutely. I think
mean-
that's when life begins.
Exactly.
Dane,
Wow.
you have.
I
We
do.
absolutely love those. We love both of you. Beck, I Expect, and Father Ted's wife. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Our winner, however, and we're going with
Yes.
this one because this was left on
This was less on Audible.
Audible. So
on Audible.
you can, and also just very quickly before we read our winner for this week, we are very grateful. I think my watch is about to talk to me again, so I'm going to press a little button.
Gosh. How the other half live.
Just very quickly before we read our winner, I just want to say these reviews are genuinely so helpful because I know I bang on about this every week, but it is what actually helps us find new listeners because it like moves us up the charts. It means that all these different algorithms recommend us to new people, and it's what is helping keep this podcast going.
Exactly.
So thank you so much for reviewing us.
And also, sorry.
And I was just going to say, Spotify, if you're listening on there, you can go and leave us a star rating.
Absolutely.
And iTunes and all the others,
Yeah.
Apple Podcasts and Amazon and all of those.
You could do what Sophie did and do an essay.
You can leave us a gorgeous essay,
Gorgeous
but
essay.
you can actually write words.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
we read those in the bath,
And
and
there
we
was-
message each other and we say,
We literally do. And there's
you hear
something
those?
gorgeous about singing it on Audible, like next to like Anne Rice and like
Yes.
the Paris Hilton story. You know, just on there. I was like, oh, look at us, we're writers.
A Handmaid's Tale. Leonard Cohen's biography. Welcome to hell. These two biddies. So this one is from Sophie.
Sophie. I'm a busy working mum of two who is always looking for something fun to entertain me whilst doing mundane tasks such as laundry, school runs, and commuting. They put while, Daniel, but as you know, I'm trying to push the agenda of the word whilst. Yeah. This is my absolute favourite. Dane and Daniel. Oh, I love her already. Dane and Daniel will not fail to lift your spirit and make you laugh as we plummet to the underworld together. It should come with a warning, however, for if you choose to listen in public, like myself doing the weekly shop, you will end up laughing aloud so much that bystanders will back away and avoid you. This is not an issue for me, though, as the general public are the worst, and it clears the queue at the till for me.
Beautiful use of the word issue there from you, the pronunciation.
I love Sophie already.
I'm so sorry, Sophie, for getting your hopes up. We are going to have to revoke that because you did say Dane and Daniel, and that's not the official.
Well, she just went with the talent, though. I think she was talent-led.
Right, so she saved the best for last then. Okay, that's interesting.
I love her.
I'm a big fan. Sophie, you have won a cameo.
Yes.
If you fucking want one.
She will want one.
Am I right? Yeah, whatever you would like us to record a little video for you, for a friend, for whoever, email us at reception@hellpod.com. And we will record a little something for you. Thank you so much. And we'll be picking a new favourite for next week's recording. Yay. So, guys, leave little reviews wherever you're listening, and we will read them and we will pick a favourite. Okay.
Speaking of favourites, Patreon.
Oh, listen. We love all of our deviled eggs equally.
But we just prefer
it's just
Patreon
that our
people.
Patrons are paying us.
Yeah.
It's just that our Patrons are helping us afford to pay Yanis to edit these episodes together.
And they get exclusive rights then.
And
in commune with the devil.
They just get... as of the time of this episode going out, Dane, you have uploaded a cocktail recipe.
I have kicking me underneath there. Look at that acting. Any agents, if you're watching. No, I have uploaded a recipe, a really good recipe for a cocktail that will be revealed to them later today when I upload that after watching June 2.
And, Dane's going to go and watch June 2, and maybe he'll give us a review of that on Patreon as well. We also hold little, polls and stuff to help decide which direction the podcast goes in.
Dancing polls.
Dancing polls. Yeah. And Polish men. All things we love. 3 things that we absolutely love.
I'll lose an hour.
I know. Anyway. Okay.
Speaking of sinning.
Yeah, sinning.
Sin bin.
Yeah. Sin bin.
Shall I be mother?
Yeah, go on.
I hate to be this person talking about being on the road, but we're touring comedians now, touring around the country. 17 more dates, thank you. Ireland also, Belfast, I'll be coming in April. Thank you very much.
Whose dates?
Someone else's that I'm supporting on tour. You're always there with your little witchy poo dagger, aren't you?
Dane is doing the tour support. I've done it. Dane's doing it.
You were released, weren't you?
It's so funny because when you were telling me the other week about you were going to see, what was the Irish guy?
Damien Dempsey.
Yeah, when you were seeing him on St. Patrick's Day, and you said something about the warm-up act,
and
you went, I'll go a bit later, so I missed them. And I was like, that's fucking us.
Oh my God, you're so right.
That's us.
We just use that to look more pretty in the top spoiler.
Anyway,
listen, I don't want to be that bitch talking about this, but honestly, these hotels with you have to check out by 8 o'clock. Breakfast is from 6 a.m. to 7:30, and you can't check in to 4 p.m. And there's a charge for the car park, a charge for the Wi-Fi. I absolutely hate it. Do you want to make anything about this experience friendly?
Yeah. I feel like glamour has left the world.
Absolutely.
The time of having actual customer care, and these hotels having any sense of being should we provide a sort of vaguely luxury experience has long gone.
Absolutely. And I hate to be like a corporate generic ho, but listen, if you're listening, let's do an advert together. Holiday Inn. Breakfast served till 10:30. I strutted down there at 10:27 and a half and stole some sausages and a grilled tomato, and it was fine. No one came for me. Checkout wasn't till 12. Check-in is at 2. Free Wi-Fi, free car park. And I was like, this is my new home. Can I sign up for the nursing home version now?
Yeah. Oh, I'm going to do a little shout out now for the Malmaison York.
Well, of course, I'm Holiday Inn, and you're like, the Malmaison York.
Also, particularly love the small Malmaison chain because I think in French it means evil house or bad house.
Do we think in French? I think we both know. You'll know the Quebec French and the original. Well, I think in Spanish, Holiday Inn would be.
But they had breakfast until 11 a.m.
Thank you.
But it's genuinely obscene how many of these hotels are checkout is at 9.
Yeah.
Breakfast is until 4 in the morning.
Yeah. Sorry, did you want to turn the lights on? That's £1.50.
Did you want a bottle of water?
Yeah.
We don't do that, my love.
No, exactly.
Sorry, my love.
Yeah.
We don't do that. Do you want us to turn the TV on, did you? We don't do that, my love.
You need a towel, did you say? Well, we can give you one on credit.
Yeah, it's £4.
Yeah. So right, do you know what? I'm enjoying Holiday Inns right now because that would make me move to them.
Yeah. I mean, the one that you went to
Coventry, yeah.
Sounded really good.
Gorgeous. Say there was another hotel chain called Mavel Moch and Did we cut that? I don't want to get
No,
sued.
man, fuck it.
I mean, everything there's a charge for, and you have to get kicked out. And also this evil thing. I put the thing on the door saying, "Don't disturb me." There's a knock saying, "Room service, mate, bitch. I have put a thing on my door. Do not start with me."
I went to quite a premium hotel
Yes.
recently. Not a chain, a one-off. Very unlike me.
Gosh.
Went to a luxury hotel, thank you. I'm not going to name names.
No.
But it's a bougie one.
Yes.
Yes. So you know how normally they provide little like separate shampoos, little separate soaps.
I had a 17 voice message from you.
Okay.
So, yeah.
The standard issuing thing for if you want to be known as a 5-star hotel, the actual regulation for that is that you have to have separate little minis of like the soaps and the stuff, and they have to be of a nice standard. And all of them, and I get this partly environmental, but it's definitely not. They're definitely doing it for like money reasons. I would respect if it was environmental, but it's not. They are all like bolting large versions to the wall so that you can't take these things away
So
anymore.
cheap.
And it's like, I want to stuff these minis into my bag, so you give me new ones every day, and it makes it vaguely worth being here.
That's why you pay £200.
And instead, if only. And instead, what they're doing is like bolting them to the wall, and then they refill them. But you can tell what they're refilling them with is not the original luxury soap sometimes. And
Yeah.
this one that I was staying at,
Did you just say luxury soap?
luxury soap. At this one that I was staying at,
Yeah.
I like took a few pumps of the stuff out, and I was like, no, that is absolutely not.
Did you taste it? You're
Yeah, I was
"That's
like,
not. That begins with A. That's posh. What's
That's
it
not
called?
Aesop.
Oh, that was that.
Absolutely not. No, it's not. It wasn't.
No.
Anyway, my sin bin is people who put like official or the real Janet Brown in their like Instagram, Facebook, TikTok.
Isn't it
handles,
hilarious?
And they are like a librarian from Nuneaton.
The real Nigel from Slough.
Yeah. And it's like, Nigel, you work in recruitment. Like, what was there like an ambition at some point that they were going to be the next Beyonce? It feels like they've gone in expecting it being like Leslie from like Dudley on Bonds.
The real. It's just hilarious.
The real official Leslie Smythe. And it's like, did you open this account where you're going to post photos of like your overnight oats?
If there is someone else pretending to be me, that's not me.
It's not me.
No.
If you get a message from someone else, it's not me.
It's
It's
not
a fake
Nigel.
account.
No.
It's like they open that thinking like, well, this is going to blow up.
I'm authentic.
This photo of me from like a 1-degree angle looking down, that's going to blow up. I'm going to be in the millions.
You're wrong.
Hell. Fire for all of them.
Delicious.
And that's my sin bin. Letters, darling.
Letters.
Letters. But first, before the letters,
Could that be a word from what?
I think it's a word from our Spencers.
Oh, which one will it be, I wonder?
And we're back.
Hi.
This is the part of the episode where we turn the evil eye on you, our listener. We've asked you to write in and send in your confessions and grievances and let us, the infernal aunties, judge you. If you want to send those in, you can do so to judgment@hellpod.com or go to www.hellpod.com to use our anonymous form, or indeed find us on socials at the Hellpod. There we go. And DM us there. Are you the demon? Let us find out.
Oh, I like what you did there.
Dart of the finger into my...
But also, weren't you doing a wordplay? Let us find out.
Let us find out.
Were you doing that wordplay?
No, but I should do.
And you just took that compliment as if you
No,
were...
I thought you just enjoyed me touching my tongue.
Well, I do.
Okay. I'm going to read a letter now.
Okay.
Wait, have you... Oh, yeah. Okay. Greetings from New York. I went out one night with some friends to a bar. We met some fine men, and I went home with one. Good times ensued, and I woke up the next morning feeling confident, refreshed, and satisfied. A win! Said gentleman, very hot, very kind, possibly someone I thought I might have wanted to see again, got up in the morning to use the bathroom, and I was left alone in bed. I felt unusually, shall we say, squishy down there, and when I lifted the sheets, to my horror, I saw blood everywhere. I had gotten my period and the sheets were destroyed. I was absolutely mortified and had to take drastic action. I stuffed all his sheets into my chic, oversized handbag and raced out the door, never to be seen or heard from again. I should have just tossed the sheets at this point, but I wasn't thinking clearly. I was racing, but began to calm down as I saw the subway stop ahead of me. The last thing I expected to encounter was a group of New York City police officers who were down there looking for terrorists, I guess. Well, they found one. Something about my haste, or perhaps my blood-stained hands, immediately had me stopped. The officers insisted upon opening my bag and going through my belongings. I stood there as they pulled out sheet after massive red-drenched sheet. What happened here? An officer asked me. In my shame and embarrassment, I blurted out the whole truth. The officers seemed bewildered and dropped everything. Note to actual murderers, try this. I quickly stuffed the sheets back into my bag and the officers let me go. All the same, am I hellbound, dearests? And that is from Bad Blood. No.
No,
Not
listen, I
evil.
feel qualified to answer this. When it comes to like soiled sheets, a lot of people think of me. Like, what else could she have done? Do you know what I mean?
When people think of soiled sheets and disappearing lovers,
Yeah.
they think of
Dane
Ms.
Buckley.
Dane Buckley.
Listen, I mean, we've all been there.
How unlucky to have police officers doing stop and searches.
Yeah.
If you wanted to literally murder someone
Yeah.
and you were a woman, you could just be like, oh, I'm on my period. They're like, oh, okay.
But also making a statement about period poverty, actually.
Yeah, actually, thank you.
You know?
Maybe
Yeah.
public toilets should be providing period products.
Yeah. And actually, man, if you like hemorrhage blood once a month, you'd probably be
Yeah,
more.
then maybe you would
Yeah.
be. Actually,
There'd be
thank
less
you so much.
deaths in the force.
And they're like, okay, but there is a knife and a severed head in that bag. Like,
Well,
excuse me, as a
me,
woman,
you don't know about hormones.
as a person who menstruates.
Yeah.
Not the demon, but
Not the
quite
demon.
fabulous.
And
And
I-
loved the little brackets that you gave us to say chic oversized handbag.
Yeah.
Thank you for
At
clarifying.
that point, I was like, did Dan write this?
Dane, a letter.
A letter from Fruity Mama.
Absolutely.
A name I used to. Hi, loving the show. I had just got into bed for a nap before my night shift and was feeling a bit fruity. As a mother of 4, opportunities for afternoon activities are very limited. I asked my husband if he wanted to join me, but he politely declined in favour of putting some wood stain on a garden fence.
Okay.
Bollocks to hear my thought, and got out my vibrator and erotic fiction book, Retro. I proceeded to conduct my business, rapidly reaching the point of no return. Imagine my horror when my vibrator just died. It had been on the way out for a while, but it could not have chosen a worse time to give up. Fuming and looking around for an alternative, I spotted my husband's electric toothbrush charging next to the bed. Problem solved! I finished off using his toothbrush. Every time I see him brushing his teeth with it, I can't help but laugh. Am I the demon?
Not the demon.
You're the icon.
You're the icon. And, I mean, good.
Yeah.
Listen, one way or another, you got that taste in his mouth.
Yeah, what but also, what a fooligan he is.
Yeah,
like,
literally.
I just want to do the garden fence,
Can
actually.
you, imagine him being
Yeah.
like, you
Yeah.
gorgeous fruity mama,
Yeah.
being like, hey, darling, want to come to bed? And he's like, actually, I've got some...
After wood stain.
I've got a bit of wood stain to do on the...
Yeah.
Like, wretched.
He deserved it, then.
He deserved it. And also, lucky him for even getting blessed.
You know, like in live cultures, when they make things, they have the mother. You know, I like to think that this is her giving back some of womanhood to the man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next time, maybe he won't be so stupid.
No.
Not
Well,
the demon, quite fabulous.
We
Good
are
for you.
building up quite a lovely little army of icons, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of the people writing in, I'm still sort of holding out hope that at one point we're going to be like, I strangled a man to death. Am I an icon? And we'll have to be like,
Shut up. You're going to be like, well, you mentioned your Versace shoes, so yes.
I strangled a man with my chic spaghetti strap handbag. Love all of you. Oh, well, those are our letters. Those are our confessions for the week. Hey, look at us at the end of this episode. I'm so bladdered. This is strong. There is a lot of vodka in this, by the way.
What I'm noticing is that each week after having 6 to 7 shots of alcohol, we get drunk.
Isn't it wild?
It's crazy.
I don't really know what's happening.
No.
Something to talk to a doctor about. If you're a doctor, please write in and tell us what's going on. Deviled eggs, that is all from us. If you liked this, be sure to check back for new episodes every Thursday. And if you want to earn yourself a VIP place in hell, why don't you subscribe to our Patreon, where you will get extended guest episodes, extra bonus episodes every month, and prices starting at just 75 pence per week. Dane, what is a pence?
I think you know rightly, darling. So things you used to collect and categorise instead of having friends.
Oh, yeah, because friends are best when kept in clear plastic wallets.
You've all said that about me.
I've always said that about you.
And on that note, we'd love more than anything for our gorgeous deviled eggs to speak to other people, spread the word about us, spread how good we are, leave a little review, leave a 5-star review, leave a lovely comment about my hair, my skin, my legs, any of those things.
If you feel inclined to lie, then just do one of those things.
We'd love that.
And as always, if you want to submit any confessions or grievances for our infernal judgment, you can write to us at judgment@hellpod.com, send us a message on socials @thehellpod, or use the anonymous form on our website, hellpod.com. Thank you as always to Spotify for allowing us to use their gorgeous studios, to the Angels at Auburn Jam for Dana's doing Bollywood dancing and it's really making this bit for me, to the Angels at Auburn Jam who made our fabulous music, and to our lovely producer Yanis. See you next week.
Bye.
KissOhKissOh.